The northern lights have filled our skies over the last week. There have been several aurora events this year, but two main big ones.
In this week's Weather Wise, meteorologist Stone Schaefer shares how auroras form, along with some important information about them.
So first off, I wanted to feature some of those photos that we got sent in last week during that G4/G5 event. And this is from Tony, just north of Williston. Look at all those beautiful colors that we could see in the night sky at the end of last week. And this picture from Krista shows some of the patterns that we can see from these northern lights as they start to form over areas like Ross during our event last week. So how do these auroras form? Well, how do they form? Well, we have the Earth and we have a magnetic field. That magnetic field sort of protects us from some of the evil stuff that sun can send our way. One of those things is the solar wind. We also have solar flares and CMEs, and those are where we get charged protons and electrons are emitted from the sun towards the Earth. And once they get to our magnetic field, they will travel along the magnetic field until they get to the weakest point of the magnetic field at our poles. And once they get to the poles, they start to enter our atmosphere, where they start to interact with molecules within the atmosphere. So what are some of those molecules at what height? Well, when you're looking at above 200 kilometers, that's where you get those red auroras, and that's where you're seeing oxygen molecules end up colliding with those protons and electrons. We get blue auroras right around 100 to 200 kilometers up. Those are nitrogen molecules. We get down to green auroras. Those are at 100 to 200 kilometers with oxygen molecules. And then you have pink auroras, and those are going to be below 100 kilometers, and that's where you get those nitrogen molecules interacting with those protons and electrons as they enter the atmosphere. So those are where you get all those colors as you look up in the sky. Some more facts about your auroras. Well, you can be seen any time of year, but our peak view, or our best viewing months, are going to be late September into March. Our best time is right around 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. local time. You're going to want to travel away from light pollution, which isn't a hard thing for us here in North Dakota, and can appear for long periods of time or in short bursts. So if you go out there and you don't see them right away, just stay around a little bit. They could appear very quickly for that short burst of time, but give you very beautiful views. So remember to continue to send in your questions so I can answer them here weekly on Weather Wise.
You can do that by going to kxnet.com, clicking on Weather, then Weather Wise.
There you will see a link that lets you submit your question.